Alright guys, Matt with the Mad Catter. I am off tonight to try and trap that pregnant female tortie. So, wish me luck. It was pretty hot today. It got up to 109. So, I don't know if the cats are going to be active right about now. Depending on the weather and sundown. Usually when the sun goes down, even if it's extra hot, they tend to start coming out. So I'm going to try and... This particular female tends to sit on the side roof area of somebody's, garage next to one of the houses where all the cats hang out. So usually when she sees me come, she comes down to get food. So I'm going to try and set the trap right below where she usually hangs out if she's there. And hopefully, she goes in. I really hate the idea of another cat going in and me having to release the cat, because then he's going to be trap savvy, trap wary. But I have to get this girl. I cannot let this girl give birth. So, fingers crossed, just going to do what I can do. So I will see you when I get down there. As usual, I've got a little bit of a walk, so it'll take me a little while. I'll see you guys when I get down there. Alright, she is in her usual spot. And I'm just going to sit here and wait. I've got Magus checking the cage out. I hope he remembers being trapped. But there she is, so hopefully she comes down soon and goes in. So it kind of looks like she's starting to get ready to come down. She was laying down for the longest time. So hopefully she comes down. It's pretty hot out here. Here she goes. I left a little bit of bait right there. And she's going for it. Oh no. I just heard the guy's door who lives here. I hope he doesn't come out here, because that will ruin it. Alright, looks like she ate all the first bait. Now there's more. Hopefully she jumps down, and if she comes down to the trap, I'll be back. This is not the way I hoped she was going to come down. We got Old Scottish out here tonight. I think these guys are out chasing crickets. So she went back up on the rooftop, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get her tonight, which is really sucks. But I'm going to keep trying. Got it. Alright, gotcha, baby. Alright, got a different female, so I'm going to have to cover her real quick. Alright, guys. I had to settle with grabbing another one of the younger female gingers. I couldn't get the calico or the tortie to come back down off that roof, so I don't know if I'm going to get her before she gives birth, so that really bums me out. But I did get another young ginger, a little bit older than Pippin. So, in fact, it was the one that came to greet Pippin when I released her. So we got that one. So she'll be picked up tomorrow morning, probably return tomorrow night, and then in about 2 or 3 days we'll release her. We'll bring her back and let her go. So, all right, that's it for this clip. I'll see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, I just got home. I've got the little ginger girl in the catio. I've got the swamp on her. She's cooling off right now. She's definitely not terrified like the other one. She's probably a little older, probably a couple months older. So they estimated that Pippin was 4 months old-ish, somewhere around there. So she's probably about 6. So I just spoke with another friend that's going to step in tomorrow and pick her up, and she actually works at the clinic. So she'll get picked up in the morning, probably spayed, and then brought back in the late afternoon, early evening. So she'll be back tomorrow night. She'll probably need recovery for at least 48 hours from the time she gets home. So we're probably looking at about, you know, a Wednesday night possibly release. So maybe this video will be uploaded Thursday. I'll get some video definitely of this one in the catio with her, because this one's taking food out of my hand out there at the colony. So I don't think she's going to have half the stress that Pippin had. So don't have a name for her yet. We'll think about it. I'll talk to Jackie tonight. We'll get a name for her, you know, at least for the records, and at least for the post, you know, the picture saying that she was fixed. You know, I'm really really bummed that I didn't get the female pregnant tortie. You'll see the video when you're watching this. You'll see the video. She actually went in the cage and in the trap, and you know, but walked out of it and ended up going back up on the roof and wouldn't come down. So I was out there for a few hours tonight. I'm dying right now. It's probably still around 105 degrees right now. So I am gonna sit out here for a few minutes with her with the swamp cooler on her. In a few minutes I'll turn it off and I'll go inside and probably drink about a gallon of ice water. But you know, it was successful tonight, but not the one I wanted. I don't think I'll be able to get that cat before she gives birth and has another litter, which really bums me out. You know, thinking about that and the fact that I haven't seen the little ginger that I call Honey that I was trying to trap in quite a few days. So probably four days, maybe 5 days. So she's probably had a litter. So yeah, it's really, it's heartbreaking sometimes, man. You just, you know, the problem over there, I think, is that there are numerous houses that put food out for the cats. So that's good, you know. I mean, at least they're not going to starve over there. But the problem is when you go to trap them, there's not really much incentive for them to go in a trap, even if the food smells good, if they're not hungry. So, you know, before the tortie was like going towards the cage and going in the cage, I did have a couple younger males try and go in, and I had to shoo them away. I was really trying to get that pregnant female, but well, you never know, man. I mean, maybe she'll still be pregnant next week, and I can get her. I don't know, but either way, I'm going to keep trapping cats, keep getting them fixed. So the next video you'll probably see is tomorrow, and I'll get you guys some good clips of her. We'll probably have a name by tomorrow, and I will see you in one of tomorrow's clips. So have a good night, everybody. So she definitely seems not as timid and terrified as little Pippin was. I think we're going to name this cat Maple, like the syrup. So that's going to be her name. This is the first day after her spay, so she's recovering from surgery. We usually put the water and the food down low so they don't have to jump, because she does have sutures in her. So if anybody's wondering what all the white powder is that's kind of around the cage, I'm sure many of you recognize it. That is diatomaceous earth that helps keep the ants away. You can see that the food is in bowls inside of trays with diatomaceous earth. That is, to protect their food from ants. But she seems to be doing much better. I really feel bad for this kitten, because I think this one very well could have been socialized, could be socialized. Unfortunately, there's just no room for him. There's just no room, and it's really sad. She's very sweet. This cat comes up to me a lot at her colony, like within a foot away. She'll smell my hand. I've actually pet her once. She's very playful. I think right now she's probably just in a little bit of discomfort and new surroundings and maybe a little afraid, but she'll be back out in 2 days. It's probably not what we want her to do, but good girl. She'll be back out in 2 days and be back with her colony mates, back with Pippin and back with Little Red and Scottish and all the rest of them over there. So I'll get more video for you guys of her in the next day or two. And then of course at the end we'll do her release and we'll return her to where she was trapped. And then I'll just continue going on and trapping, getting as many as I can, trying to help these guys live a little bit better of a life. But, it is heartbreaking. Just a beautiful little cat. It looks like the full effects of the anesthesia are wore off, and she's kind of curious about where she is. This is typically normal. There might be people that wonder why I have her in a catio instead of in a trap. I just don't like the idea of cats being in traps for, 4, 5, 6 days at a time, depending when they're picked up and taken to the clinic, and then their recovery time. As you can see, I've got a little carrier in there with a blanket. We've got a swamp cooler on her to keep her cool during the day. Try and keep her temperatures down a little bit. But when they're in the traps, they're constantly living in their own feces and urine, and even if you change the traps out regularly with fresh newspaper, it's very traumatic for them, especially after they've had an operation. I notice in the catio that what they do is they will spend most of their time, laying inside the carrier over there. And, so they've got air conditioning, they've got access to water right in front of them, food. And it just seems to be less stressful. There's no transferring, there's no, scooting a cat from one cage to the next. All that trauma is kind of removed. So I may end up going back to using traps, but it'll have to be done in a specific way. I won't just keep these guys in traps and do that anymore. I did in the beginning like everybody else does. I just didn't like it. There she goes. I think she's peeing right now. Good girl. What a good baby. So this is little Maple, and Maple will be returned in a couple days. And then it'll be on to the next cat that we try and fix and get help. You know, it's never ending. It just doesn't end. It's really sad. And all this could be prevented with spaying and neutering. If you spay and neuter your cat, you know, you're helping to reduce this. So please spay and neuter your cats. I will see you guys in the next video clip. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetness. Alright, guys, so now you got to see little Maple. So, the last couple days it's really been bothering me that I didn't get that pregnant tortie. I just told Jackie this morning I might take the drop trap down there tonight and sorry, and see if the guy will, if I'm successful and I get her. I have to carry the drop trap, and then I have to carry a separate trap to get her out of the drop trap afterwards, to contain her in a separate trap. So you know, that's a lot for the distance for me that I have to walk carrying all that stuff. You know, for anybody who hasn't seen my videos before or seen my channel, so I have lung disease, and part of my you know, part of my treatment is exercise. So getting out there, getting my cardio going. So because I have a passion for cats, you know, I use my walking every day, you know, to film cats. So it kind of motivates me to get out there and keep moving and keep exercising. But you know, it can be a bit much at times, but you know, oh well, it's worth it. You know, I get to do this. I get to film cats. So you know, that's a bonus, a plus. So, but anyway, back to little Maple. Yeah. So today's Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Thursday. Friday night she'll go back out, and I got to move my arm here. It's kind of falling asleep. So Friday she'll go back out. But like I said, I've been rolling it around in my head whether or not to go after that pregnant tortie and just get her. And then, you know, the problem is if I do get her and nobody can get her to clinic this week and she has the babies here, then, you know, we're in a bad spot. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. You know, it's really bothering me. So, but I can't do anything during the day. You know, for those people who don't know where I am, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. So right now is we're going into the end of summer, and it is hot here. It gets very hot. So, you know, I have to go out at night to do the trapping. I probably could trap cats in the morning, because they're all out there, and I know that most of the people who put food out for the cats over there don't put food out in the morning. They put it out in the evening, then it's gone all night long. So maybe morning might be a better time for me to trap. I don't know, but I'll figure that out later. Just wanted to kind of mention it, that I'm thinking about going back out after tonight. But you know, back to Maple. So Maple will be back out Friday night, and that will be Maple's story. So I'll film the release. I'll do all that as usual. Let you guys see her going back out. You know, that'll be her story. It'll be one more. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for being there. Thank you to all our subscribers. You know, I couldn't do this stuff. I mean, I would still be doing it, but I wouldn't be able to feed the cats out there. I wouldn't be able to take, you know, crunchies with me. And, you know, I did the waters the last couple summers, taking water out to different areas where there are ferals and stashing bowls, you know, in bushes or behind walls and stuff to help them. But I wouldn't be able to do this stuff as much as I'm able to do now without you guys. So thank you very much. Appreciate it so much. You know, cat people are the best people. I always say that, man. They really are. People that love cats are just, you know, a special breed of people. So, all right, I will see you guys in the next clip. I'm going to keep an eye on her for a minute. I just turned the swamp cooler on a minute ago. I think we're around 9:20 in the morning here, and it's already, I think, pushing towards 100. So I'm going to keep an eye on her today, tomorrow, until we release her, and she'll be fine. She's got her swamp cooler, and it actually does work. I mean, it pushes out some really cool air. So, all right, I will see you guys in the next clip. There's a baby. All right, so this is Maple's last day. She goes back out tonight. Sadly, she's friendly. It breaks my heart, but she wasn't snap tested, so I can't send her off to a rescue. And the rescues right now are over full. I mean, it's just a really bad, sad situation. So she's fixed. They estimated she's about 8 months old. She won't be having any litters, thank God, and hopefully she can have the best life that she can have now, considering the circumstances. I do visit her and her colony little group every day. I've got a big water bowl set up over in the area where they hang out, and I fill it every night, and I bring crunchies with me, and so I see her a lot, and I'll continue to see her a lot. So I'll be able to keep an eye on her. I just hate these cats being on the street. It's horrible. So, especially in this state, or our city, Las Vegas. Southern Nevada is so hot during the summer. It's no place for cats on the street. It's just really sad. So, as you can see, she doesn't even mind me being here right now, and she's just kind of curled up with her air conditioning and just taking a little siesta. So this is her last day, and tonight I will film her release and get her back returned to her group, and of course you guys will see that'll be at the end of this video. So that is Maple's story. We got Maple fixed. She's fine now. She's recovering, and tonight she's going home. So another cat down, and yeah, just kind of heartbreaking sometimes. What a sweet baby. All right, guys, so this is going to be Maple's little TNR story. Like I said, I'll film her release tonight and close up the video, but I do have good news. I posted, I don't know if I posted it yet, but I did mention it, that I was like really feeling bad that I didn't get that pregnant tortie female the other day. But good news, last night I got her with a drop trap. So that's a whole nother video that's coming today. She's at clinic right now. Fortunately, it's another spay abort situation. So she'll be back this evening, and then I'll go release her, and the mama tortie will have the entire catio to herself, and we'll do another video on her. So that's going to be it pretty much for little Maple's TNR thing. I'm going to attach the clips of the release tonight. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, in a little while I will be taking Maple out, probably in about an hour, to release her back to her little colony group. We just got back the tortie female that was just spayed. She's still out of it under anesthesia, so she's left in the trap. Once I release Maple, then I'll let the tortie out of the trap into the catio, and we've got a little cat carrier with a blanket in the back under the table in the back, and that's probably where she'll go. She'll probably sleep it off for a while. But Maple goes back out probably in about an hour. I'll film it, and then I'll attach that video to the end of this video, and that will be Maple's story. So I will see you guys in the next clip. I'm going to show you real quick Maple in the catio, and we've got the trap with the tortie female in there. So she's all ready to go back out. And we just got back the tortie female. She's still under anesthesia, so she's in there right next to the swamp cooler. It's actually pretty cool in there. We've got these curtains up. This kind of, it's covered with a tarp, and then it's got curtains on each side and the walls, and it kind of traps the cool air in there. So I'm going to release Maple, and then the tortie female will be released into the catio. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Alright, I just got down here to release little Maple, and there is a new kitten down here. So, oh my god. Alright, I will see you in the next clip. I'm going to release her right now. Go home, baby. Good girl. There's our big girl. I'm really worried about that little tortie. God. I just don't know anybody that could take her in right now. I think if I leave her out here, she may die. She doesn't look like she's doing well. I really don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Alright, well, I'm going to keep this one about Maple's release. There she goes. Have a good life, baby. Alright, so little Maple is back out. This is her release video, so she's back out with her little group. I am really concerned about this little tortie kitten that just showed up. It looks undernourished. I just got nowhere to keep it, and I don't know anybody that can take it right now. I'm gonna have to text message some people when I get home, and we'll figure it out. If there is someone available to take her, I can come back later and get her. I think I can just grab her. So anyway, to end off Maple's video, she's back out with her group, so she's fixed now. No babies for her. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos I do of my little TNR exploits. That's all I've got for this one, so I will see you guys in the next video, and as always, do something kind for cats.